Hey everybody, and welcome to the 10th Arrow review for Season 1, the episode called Burned. So, what's your initial impressions of the episode?
The name is very not creative.
Well, yeah, but anything else?
It had a very slow start, and the plot just seemed kind of like the main plot wasn't there.
That's the thing I was thinking before this episode, was the episode itself is both forgettable and just kind of, it doesn't really do much.
Yeah,
The
and
episode-
it doesn't add anything. Like, it wouldn't even matter if we missed it.
Not really, the episode is just him. Honestly, the only stuff is the background plot, but honestly, you could move on from that.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything.
The background stuff is just there's stuff with both Moira and Oliver recovering from last episode, but that's about it. The rest of the episode is just a pretty standard episode of the day.
Yeah, once again, it reminded me of Medium. It was all about Laurel trying to, find out who killed the guys.
Yeah, for some reason. I mean, the weird thing is, this episode just reminds me. Whenever I watch this episode, especially the beginning, all it just reminds me of is this guy just feels like a proto version of Heatwave.
Yeah, I guess so. And it seemed so different that he wasn't taking down any
Name on a list or anything.
yeah, he really was just trying to be a hero.
Well, that's the only positive thing I can think about this episode, is it's the first episode that really highlights a change in public perception of the vigilante.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of any episodes before here where anyone, other than maybe Laurel and her friend, have had anything to do about it. Have had to say anything good about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is something that finally comes up, because from now on, it's always a push and pull whether people do or don't side with the vigilante.
Yeah, it's always a huge debate over whether he's doing a good thing.
Speaking of people doing a good thing, this episode basically undoes all the good work we had with Quentin last episode.
I guess?
Last episode we were praising him for being good and finally siding with the vigilante, and this episode he's back to wanting to hunt him down.
No, remember, he said, you've got until Christmas, then I'm coming for you.
Yeah, I know, but still, it was nice to have him on his side, and now it's just back to him chasing him down.
Well, I guess he does sort of see that it is okay to go outside the law sometimes. Like, although when he gave the phone back, that was just a cover for needing to track him, though. So.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. Like you said, this episode leaves basically no real mark. It's just a recovery episode from the previous episode. The only mark is, I believe this is the last time we ever see Laurel's friend.
Yeah, because she's going away for a bit.
Yeah, and then she doesn't come back, but that's basically the last time.
She does come back at one point.
Does she?
Yeah.
I don't...
And then she leaves again. Something happens to her.
No, maybe you're right. I thought this was the end of her episode.
No.
Well, to be fair, she's a forgettable character that most people forget exists, because she's only in it for like the first half of this season, and that's it.
I disagree, but okay. I liked her, though.
Yeah, no, she's nice when she's on screen, but when she's not on screen, you forget she exists. Like, you ask most people who've seen most of Arrow, they probably wouldn't be able to name the character or even remember she exists.
Yeah, maybe.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the only positive thing I can think of is this. Again, I know we're flip-flopping, but this is a positive episode for Tommy.
Yeah, I guess so.
This, like I said, I did say around halfway mark, Tommy starts to be good, but maybe later he'll become bad again, but for now, this was an episode with Tommy being good. Thea was good this episode too. This was an episode where Thea was actually good. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I still found it kind of boring because, like, the plot wasn't really there.
Oh, I agree.
And it was very slow.
It was slow. It was very boring.
Like, I'd give it a 5.
Yeah, it wasn't an action-packed episode. I'd probably give it a 5, maybe a 5.5, just because it's had a few small, nice moments. But I think
I agree. I'd go to 5.5.
It's a very simple, average episode that doesn't really do much.
It's weird that we're agreeing again, but I'm happy with 5.5 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to 5. It's exactly in the middle. It's exactly average. It's exactly in the middle. Most people barely remember this. This is not an episode anyone remembers exists, as far as I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it does nice stuff in the moment. You think, okay, these are some nice moments. But when you look back at the season as a whole, you're not going to remember this episode. And that's the thing. It's an average episode. It's not a bad episode by any...
Yeah, there's nothing bad about it.
It's not like certain episodes which have moments where you think, oh, that's the thing. Bad episodes are memorable because you can remember why I hate them. Good episodes are good. But average episodes are usually forgettable. And that's the problem with an average episode. Which is why this is just...
I agree. I'll stick to 5.
It's a perfect 5 right down the middle. Average, simple. There it is. I have no idea what the next episode is.
Yeah, and you know I never remember this.
No, I don't. You almost never do unless it's like a 2-parter or something that pretty much leads into what happens next.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. Next episode is episode 11, so we'll see that eventually.
Yep.